So this isn't your first time in Poland. How do you remember Polish audience?
Well, actually, I wasn't here to play. I was here actually with a band, a friend of mine that were recording. I was 17 years old. It was about 27 years ago. So it was just, I was in Katowice and it was a completely different world. Back then, I mean, actually, my friend's band was a heavy metal band, like really heavy. So I guess it's a different kind of crowd, but I didn't really see any difference among the people. I mean, it's just, you know, the surroundings, they're different. But other than that, cool.
Everything is the same.
Yeah.
You call yourself natural born sound killers.
Who said that?
The band.
Really?
No?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay.
You're telling me that.
What can we expect tonight?
Well, first, this band, it's actually, it's not really a band like, oh, let's start a band, let's do a record, let's sell a record, let's become famous. No. Lukather and myself have been friends for about 15, 16 years, so since I moved to Los Angeles from New York. And we worked together on a lot of projects. My main work, even though I'm playing bass with them and what's my original instrument, my main work is a producer, I'm a music producer and a mixer engineer. And Steve and I worked on a lot of things and ended up in doing a lot of live things, workshops and stuff like that. And like about a year ago, he was telling me, hey, but you know, every time that we put this together, these things and stuff, you know, I always ended up playing with people either that I don't like or that I don't know. Why don't, you know, you and I just do something? I was like, ah, cool, perfect, you know. And we got requested to do some of these appearances, and natural choice for the keyboard player is Steve Wenger, that is actually the musical director and keyboard player for Steve Lukather's solo band. They've been playing together for a long time. He's an amazing musician. And Kenny and Steve and myself, we always did work together in studio, but especially with Kenny, we never really had the chance to like tour. You know, obviously some live jams and stuff like that in Los Angeles, yes, but just go around, never. We've been friends forever. So it's kind of like came along natural. And as far as what to expect, I don't know. I mean, I will lie if I tell to you what to expect, because I don't even know. We know where we start and we know where we finish, but whatever happens in the middle, it's a secret. We're going to be playing several different tunes that I'm pretty sure the crowd will know, because those are like some of Lukather's old songs, or the stuff that he did with those lobotomies, some Jeff Beck, maybe Hendrix, or you know, whatever, you know, of some of the stuff that we have in the repertoire. But again, we have the standard form of the song, but then you'll see us, because we'll look at each other and let's see, maybe somebody's taking a solo and a song to be, you know, a song that was going to be originally for 4 minutes long ended up in being 15. So that, I mean, you have to tell me at the end of the night if you guys liked it or not.
So there is nothing planned, everything is like...
Well, no, I mean, obviously, whatever the song scores are, yes, but it's like I said, it's a very jazzy approach over some rock or jazz rock songs. That means like the old jazz, I'm not talking about old standards, Billie Holiday or anything like that, but jazz composition, they have somehow chord progression, and there is like a melody line. And after that, it's all improvisation. And that's what we do. We apply that concept to regular songs. So let's say, I don't know, sometimes it could be softer, sometimes it could be heavier, depends.
We will see.
Exactly.
You said that you have cooperate with so many people from music industry. Tell me, which cooperation was the most important to you?
Without getting anybody mad about it, because I worked with a lot of great musicians and a lot of great artists and bands. You know, obviously for my work, you know, I work with bands complete or single artists, and we have to place musicians, and I ended up in working with very, very interesting people. Majority of them rock, some of them hip hop too. I mean, my collaboration goes from, you know, the guys in Toto, mainly Joseph Williams and Steve Lukather, some of the guys from Chili Peppers, Glenn Hughes, Dave Navarro, what else? Oh, Nina Hagen, P.O.D., what else? Oh, Alice Cooper, Paul Stanley, Joe Bonamassa, ZZ Top. I'm a great friend, and actually have a side project with Billy Gibbons. But I would say the thing that I keep most at heart for me was when I moved from New York to Los Angeles. It was 1995. It's not even a blessing, it's just beyond a blessing. It's an honor to work with Steve Vai. Being big Frank Zappa fan, obviously that has its importance, but for me as a musician was pretty much what opened me the door, because I don't consider myself an amazing musician or anything. I just do my thing. Some people like it, some people don't. It's okay, as long as I'm having fun, that's all that matters. But having the chance to work with one of my truly idol, I don't idolize things. I mean, I just things that I like the most or things that I like the least. But Steve music and the way he goes around, the approach, the arrangements and everything, and the fact that all his music is always like very strange, like time signature wise and stuff, but still sounding very natural to me. It kind of like really whoa, I can do this, wow, okay. So kind of like give me like a major boost in a self-confidence, and also it helped me a lot in opening a lot of other doors, because I guess, you know, working with a person like that, you kind of like you acquire for sympathy, you know, credibility, I guess, you know, and that was like really, really important. You know, it's like playing with Jesus and the apostles, the same thing, you know.
Exactly. No. So do you think that that kind of festivals like Drum Fest, they are important?
Anything that promotes music in all the free forms and it's attached to education, I think is extremely important. That's the education and good information and good environment, and anything, especially music, that can help people kind of like in perfection a common and worldwide language, because music is an international no barrier kind of language. We've been seeing people of all kind of, you know, colors, races, languages and stuff. You can even talk to these persons, but as soon as you start playing them where this, you know, the channel is open. That I think it's very important on a personal level. And also I think once you really get to the point where you kind of like getting people to appreciate the sensibility of musicians and the importance of the education of music, that will extend this barrier to the education of a lot of other things, and that's the only thing that's going to be able to, I guess, save our kids and the future generation towards all the bad things that could happen in the world. I'm not saying, you know, a concert is going to save the world, but it's a good start. You know, it's something that all the changes, I think, that happens in life or in the universe, they start from a little point, and if we just can contribute to something, I'd be more than happy and be feeling more proud. And I think something like this, something what you guys doing here, it's really good because you're bringing in all kind of musicians. It's not, doesn't matter if it's rock, it's jazz, it's ethno, techno, African. It doesn't, you know, the important thing is like the people are coming here to enjoy the music, not to see how many records you sell, how cool is your look, and you know, how good is your video. It's a totally different. I think it's like music at its purity and probably at its best.
And in here we're trying to focus on drum players, drummers, because we think that they are sometimes underestimated. They are somewhere on the back. You have worked with many of them, probably.
Oh yeah, probably some of the best. That's why I'm spoiled. It's funny that you bring that up, because for me it's the most important instrument in music, especially for my work. Any record, to get the record to sound good, you need to have a great drummer and a great drum recording. If you have good drums recording, 60% of your work is already done, and chances are that your record is going to sound phenomenal. If you have the best musicians in the world, the best studio in the world, and all the money in the universe, but the drum track sucks, I'm sorry, you're not going to go anywhere. And the same thing is like playing. You know, I got really spoiled again when I moved to New York. I played with amazing drummers in my own band. The funny thing is, like, all of these guys are the most humble people among all the musicians there. I never seen like drummers fighting or talking bad to each other. Actually, when you put drummers in a room, they can go on talk drums for the rest of the day or the rest of the night and say, oh, I will try this splash. Oh no, you have to try these things and this there. And they're really in love with their instrument. And it's amazing thinking that somebody that is that humble, and generally drummers are always like the happy guy, you know, like, hey, is never the prima donna, or it's like, you know, the star there. And thinking that if you take that person away, you can have the best guitar player in the world, the best keyboard player, the major singer in the world. If the drummer fails, I mean, all that doesn't mean nothing.
And what do you think about musicians and music? Because sometimes I think that, especially that kind of music, like rock music, it's almost it's a little bit similar to mathematics. A little bit.
Well, music is mathematic. The problem, I think, of what you're saying is like some guys, some musicians, and I don't consider myself one of those, probably because I'm not that good, that kind of like enters the arithmetical world of like miscalculations, numbers, like they have, oh, one measure is in 11/8 and the other one is in 9/8 and then it's a 7/4 and then it's a 6/8. Sometimes they just, a lot of those cats, I think they get lost in the fact that they're trying to make things difficult just for the sake of being difficult, you know? While for me, I'll appreciate more things like, again, Steve Vai or Frank Zappa, where yes, it's difficult, but there is a meaning, there is something you can sing, there is like a melody, there is musicality, it's not just pure chops. I mean, even though I respect and I love all the musicians that can do things well, I cannot stand, I mean, I'm not gonna mention any names or anything, but in Los Angeles we have several clubs where you can go and see like jams lives and stuff, and you see these monsters guys, they're getting together, it's pretty much paid rehearsal. Well, it's good for you probably that you're doing it, you're enjoying it, but the people that come to see you, it's like, yeah, well, cool, yeah, you practice, I can tell that you practice, you've been practicing, but you don't really telling me nothing. So I don't like that.
Music should come from the heart.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that it has to be simple necessarily. Some days you feel very like AC/DC, and some other days for me it's just Billie Holiday. So it just changes, you know. As long as you can follow the wave, I think that's the best way.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't want to keep you waiting because I know you're hungry.
No, it's okay. I never eat before playing. So.
Have fun and enjoy your stay in
Thank you.
Poland.
Thank you. Bye, guys.